I thank you so very much for joining in today's episode again. This is episode 69, and my name remains Dr. Favour. It's my pleasure that you are here. It's my pleasure that you joined us. Just 1 minute. Let me adjust this stand. It's my pleasure that you joined. It's my pleasure that you are here. Thank you so very much, Prof, all the way from UNN. Thank you for joining me, Prof. I appreciate you so much. Last week, we did a topic, focus in 2021. And I told us what we needed to do. The benefits of being focused in 2021. It will help you to achieve tasks faster. You will achieve more. You will have less distractions. You ward off time wasters, and then you have a fulfilled year. So today, before we take off, we are going to go into something that has to do with our health. Let us pray. Our Lord and our Father, we are so grateful. We are so thankful. Thank you for everything you have done. You have kept us from last Sunday to this Sunday. For that, Lord God Almighty, we are grateful. We are not taking anything for granted. I know many people that have died between last Sunday and today. A woman gave birth, she bled to death. Few people died. These are people know. There are other people that people don't know and they are dying. But Lord, you have kept us, and for that we are grateful. Thank you for preserving my own life. Thank you. I'm not taking it for granted. As we go into today's episode, I pray, oh God, that your Spirit will give me enablement, that at the end of today's episode, people will be blessed. People will learn one or two things on how to take care of their health, even in this second wave of COVID-19 that is really killing people. Father, to you be all the glory for everything that has been accomplished in this program. Blessed be thy name, for in Jesus' mighty name I pray. Amen. Yes, thank you so very much for joining me. This is Dr. Favour again. And tonight, I want us to look at 12 things. 12 things to know if you are living healthy. This program you are watching is Great Life with Dr. Favour. And I don't know why I'm touching this stand. Just 1 minute. Sorry for that slight adjustment. I needed to adjust the tripod that holds the phone. You know, I always tell us, thank you, Ikebunam Chinenye Jenny, and make comments full screen. And God bless you. Makinde Saliats and Prof. Thank you for joining me. You are watching Great Life with Dr. Favour, coming all the way from Lagos State, Nigeria. And Dr. Favour is not a medical doctor. She has a PhD from Unilag in guidance and counseling 10 years ago. Actually 10 years ago, because it was in 2011. It's 10 years now. And in 2017, the Lord called her to Ministry of Health and Wellness. And in 2018, the Lord gave her a program called Uncooked Food Challenge, which we will start next Monday. Our Uncooked Food Challenge will start from next Monday, from the 18th. No, from the 25th. That's when we'll start our Uncooked Food till 31st. You choose any 3 days of your choice. You go without eating anything cooked in fire by fire, through fire. And what do we do? What do we intend to achieve by that? We tend to detoxify our system. We tend to give our systems and our organs time to rest. We tend to renew our cells that are dead, our cells that are not doing well. We renew them by giving them opportunity to wear out, and then the other new ones will come up. But if you don't do that, the dead ones begin to form into what we call toxins, and by the time you know it, they begin to give problems. If you are not careful, they form to tumors, from tumors, and those are the cancers. Today, then 2 years ago, the Lord gave her this program. You are watching Great Life with Dr. Favour, and I want to declare to us that great life exists. You can live a great life. You can live a life of stress, free of stress, stressless life. You can live a life of no worry. You can live a life of no disease. You can live a life of no emotional baggage. How do you do that? By taking into cognizance 5 important things I always mention. Good evening, madam. Good evening, my dear. Blessing Eva Jackson. By taking into cognizance 5 things, according to one of my mentors, Dr. Patrick Ijewere, he said that if you want to live in optimal health, Dr. Patrick, by the way, was trained, he's a US trained medical doctor from John Hopkins Hospital, and he doubled as a pharmacist, and the wife is a consultant nutritionist. So they have a hospital called Nutrition Hospital here in Lagos, because he later came back to Lagos, Nigeria. He's in Lagos. He has a clinic just by the lagoon. Many people that want to rehabilitate their health, they want to detoxify their lives, they go there. You pay money and you do. They will take care of you. So thank you, Melody. Thank you for joining. My name remains Dr. Afomangolisa, and I'm here this evening to take us on an episode. This is our episode 69, and today we are going to learn certain things. I'll give us 12 tips. 12 that when you will know. Good evening, Reverend Charity. Good evening, ma, for joining me. Thank you. When you have these things, you know that you are living optimally and you are living well. One of my mentors, Reverend Tony Akinyemi, gave us 3 models in health and wellness, and the 3 models are: 1, disease prevention; number 2, disease management; and then number 3, disease reversal. My ministry fell into disease prevention. My duty, my assignment from God is to alert people to live well so that they won't land to the hospital. But if they don't live well and for any reason there is a mistake on their part and they become sick, they go to hospital. I don't treat people, but I can help you with lifestyle and dietary changes, and I will help you to recover fast. That's my duty. So this night, I'm going to give us, I have already given it to us, but for the benefit of the people that are joining this program for the first time, there are 5 things that Dr. Patrick called it 5 pillars of health and wellness. What are the pillars? Number 1 pillar is spiritual balance, your relationship with God. If you are existing, if you are living, if you are on earth, you have to know that there is somebody that controls the universe, and that person controls your life, and that is the person that wakes you up when you sleep, and that is the person that from childhood nobody was stretching you, but every organ, every cell, every system in your body was getting up, as in developing and growth. I always tell people, anytime you are doing anything and there is no development, there is no growth, that thing is not of God. You have to check it very well. God you know God when there is improvement, when there is development. So Dr. Patrick said, because he's an integrative medical practitioner, he's a allopathic medical practitioner, but he veered into nature. He veered into using things around us. He veered into relationship with God is very important. Melody, thank you so very much, my sister. So he said that the first thing you have to know in your life, you have to have a relationship with God. And 2 weeks ago, we established some facts that if you want 2020 to count for you, you must make God the bedrock. Thank you, Prince Pastor Monique. Thank you for joining me. You see, you have to make sure that you have a relationship with God. The second one, you have to know your mindset. The third one, your lifestyle. The fourth one, your environment. And then the fifth one, your nutrition, which is your diet. Today, I will take us to 12 tips. 12 tips to know if you are living healthy. And if you are not living healthy, you will adjust. Because the essence of this program is not to condemn you. The essence of this program is to create awareness, because I found out that people do the wrong things. Not because they want to do the wrong things, but because they don't know that what they are doing are the wrong things. And the moment you call their attention to it, you see them change. I was in that position and I changed. Last week, I had a close shave with COVID-19. I'm telling you, I didn't know what was happening to me, but somebody that had tested positive outside Nigeria told me she was seriously sick, and I was able to. I asked her, please, can you tell me your symptoms? And the whole symptoms I had was what she had. And this is something that will happen to some people, they will die. This is something that will happen to some people, they don't know what to do. So my duty here is to give us tips on small things around us you could do. Because when it started, I didn't know what was happening. I just discovered I was having a lot of headache. I looked at my activities. I knew I was drinking a lot of water. I knew I rested. I didn't do anything. I didn't travel, because whenever I travel, especially by road, I'll have headache. I didn't travel for Christmas, so I didn't even practically I was inside Lagos. I found out that I was having a lot of headache. By the time you know it, is as if I fought. Every part of my body was paining me. If you hear pain, every part is as if there are wounds all over my body. As at that point, I didn't know what was happening, but I discovered I began to. I wasn't breathing well, so it was at that point I said, Kai, this could be COVID, let me run. So I told my son, go and boil water for me, hot water. So immediately he boiled the hot water. I took the hot water in a teacup, and I put inside the hot water because I was weak. I couldn't even go and grate ginger. I told him to slice the ginger into small pieces. He sliced it. I put spoon. I was scooping it with the hot water. After some time, when I got myself, I told him to bring another hot water, and I used towel and I steam, because the virus, they stay in your nasal area for 3 to 4 days. Is when they are not killed at that point, they go to your lungs. You know this. I watched the Lagos State Commissioner for Health saying that they have started manufacturing oxygen. That many of the patients there, they need oxygen to breathe. So you see, life is a gift. Life is a gift. If you are breathing well, you are not using any respirator, you are not using any, they are not putting any oxygen on you, please thank God. What happened to me within it, I was still coming on Zoom doing 1 or 2 things, but I knew that something wasn't right. And how was I, by God's grace, able to overcome? A friend of mine that's a medical doctor came around on a Tuesday, and I was explaining to him, say, what happened? He said, this is COVID-19. This is COVID-19. If you had gone to hospital, they would have quarantined you. This is COVID-19. All the symptoms, I couldn't smell. If you bring a food, maybe I put perfume, I couldn't smell it. I was even thinking maybe the perfumes I bought during Christmas, they sold fake ones. I couldn't even taste. You will lose your sense of taste. You will lose your sense of smell. We did, this thing, by the time you said Jack Robinson, somebody is dead. So you see, life should be taken, you should live your life intentionally. Don't be careless about your life, because God helped me, because God knew and bore me witness that I am not a careless person. But something happened. I went to somewhere, and that was where I contacted this. I went to do facials, which I was not supposed to do, in as much as they masked, They mask me, I myself, I mask, but when they were doing the first, I had to remove the mask now. So you see, there are places you don't go to. Don't think COVID-19 is not real. It is real. And this second wave is very, very dangerous, because that woman told me that the very version of it now that emanated from London and South Africa, they don't even kill only old people. They kill young people. They kill young people. That's why anybody that has anything to do with, maybe the person is asthmatic, the person has anything to do with any respiratory anything, or the person has diabetes, if this COVID gets that person, if you see what, it will just be compressed. It's as if your lungs are being compressed. You can't be breathe. That's why they put respirator, so that they can be breathing. So this thing is a very dangerous something. By the time we finish this night, I will tell us what I did and what other people did, and they were able to come out of it. Now, in nature, there is what we call nature-nurture controversy. Nature confers on us what we don't have control over. I didn't choose to be a woman. It was nature that gave it to me. Maybe by the time there was mating between my father and my mother, and my father released the X chromosome to meet my mother's own, and I became a girl. That's why I tell people, when your wife is giving you only boys or only girls, it's not the wife's problem, it is your problem. You are the one that determines the sex of a baby. When a man releases the Y, and it means the woman has XX, the man has XY. So when my father released the sperm, the X met my mother's egg, and that's why I became a girl. If the Y had met my mother's X, it will become a boy. So nature confers on us things that we don't have control over. You didn't choose to be a female or a male. I didn't choose to be dark or fair. I was born fair. Although nowadays you can choose to be fair if you want to. We have hereditary issues. Genes we did not choose. In my father's place, we are always on the big side. We are always on the big side. You know, some people will tell you you are strong-boned. If you want to tell yourself the truth, if you eat dry portion of meal and you do the correct things, you won't grow overboard. You will be choppy quite well, but you will not be obese. Now, in nature, a woman cannot have prostate issue, because the woman doesn't have penis, the woman doesn't have testes, is pertaining to a man. Likewise, a man cannot have fibroid, because a man has no womb. It's only a woman that has womb, and it is in the womb that the fibroid goes to grow. So you see, there are things the nature has conferred on us, but there are things environment conferred on us, and our habits will stamp it. You may choose to live well, irrespective of the fact that your parents did not live well. I always tell people that your father died of prostate cancer does not mean you will die of prostate cancer. If you do what your father did not do right, you will outlive him. In my group, somebody posted a video today, and that video is about the Japanese. You know, the Japanese, they have, if not, they are the second people that have the highest lifespan in the whole world. And they began to give reasons why they live longer than the others. At 90, they are still working unaided. 100, they are still working because of the type of food they eat and their lifestyle. They usually eat seafood, fish. They don't usually eat like red meat. You know, I've always told us on this program, if you are up to 40 years, reduce your intake of red meat, because red meat will give you heart problem. In 2013, I came down with elevated high blood pressure, and it landed me to the hospital here in Lagos. And I did a chest x-ray, The doctor looked at the film and told me that my chest was enlarged. She sent me back to do ECG. When I came back with the result, she told me that she can't even decode that result because she was not a cardiologist. And she told me to go to LUTH. LUTH is Lagos University Teaching Hospital of University of Lagos. And you can't go there without a reference letter. So she gave me a reference letter and I went. And that was in 2013. I met a cardiologist. God bless that woman. And I don't know what happened. The nurses just didn't want to take my folder to her. People I came before, they were pushing them in. I just kept quiet. I just told myself, this is a day job. I was reading. Nkiru Chuka Deze, Joka for Joe Millionaire, thank you for joining me. So I was reading a book. So when people were going in and they left me, I didn't do anything until when it was my turn. The cardiologist ordered for another ECG because the one I did, I held it, and they did a repeat ECG. So she held it too, and she will look at the first one I did and the one they just did. And that woman asked me a question. Dr. Wolisa, why do you want to die? I have asked us this question in this program. Why do you want to die? Because there are certain things you will be doing, and that thing will tantamount to you walking steadily to your grave. You will be walking steadily to the grave without knowing. And by the time you know it, you use your leg to walk into the grave. She asked me, why do you want to die? I said, no, I don't want to die. I don't want to die. Oh. She said, but see the results before me. If you don't do something quickly, urgently about these two results, you will take BP drug for the rest of your life. Many people are taking BP drug because nobody told them what to do when the issue started. So she told me, bring down your weight. So I'm telling you, if you are watching, if you are listening to me or you watch, if you are on the big side, bring down your weight. She told me to change my diet. I should be eating more of fruits and vegetables and foods that are rich in fiber. Food that are rich in fiber, they will make you to get full quickly. And she told me to stop drinking anything in bottle that is not water. Anything they bottle and that thing is not water, it's not for you. She told me to cut off sugar from my diet. And she told me to stop using seasonings to cook. It was at that time I asked her at that point, I said, what will I be using to cook? She asked me a simple question again. Your mother or your mother-in-law, were they cooking in the past 20 years? Were they cooking with Maggi or no, or anything? I said no. They use ogiri, they use dawadawa, they use obey. She said, please, can you go back to those natural ways? She told me to start taking turmeric. I have not heard the word turmeric. She told me to go and look for it, go and look for cinnamon. Make sure you are taking honey instead of sugar, and that honey must be in little proportion. To tell you the truth, I take pap without honey now. I take quaker oats without honey because I have retrained my taste bud. If I take anything that's too sugary now, my head will be shaking, and I know that it's not good for me. So what are we talking about in this program? We are talking about living a great life. And I'm here to declare to you, you can live a great life. You can live an awesome life. Many of us are Christians. Many of us are good Christians. They are holy Christians, but they have problem in their health. And that shouldn't be. Because the Bible says in 3 John 2, beloved, I wish above all things that thou mayest prosper and be in health, even as thy soul prospers. Many people are not healthy. Many churches are fasting. I spoke about fasting 2 weeks ago. When are you supposed to fast? how you are supposed to fast. You don't fast when you are not getting yourself together, and you don't fast without drinking water, because not drinking water will injure your liver. That's why if you are fasting, drink water. It's not that you take water in place of food now, no, but sip water. Maybe every 1 hour, sip a glass of water. It will do you a lot of good. You do not fast to bribe God. You do not fast to twist God's hand. You don't fast to make God to do what he doesn't want to do. Neither do you fast to change God from being God. The Bible says he is the same yesterday, today, and forever. So you don't do fast to change God. Many of us don't know that, because the Bible says in Hosea 4:6, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. They are not destroyed because they are not living holy lives. They are not destroyed because they are not living, they are not kind. They are not destroyed because they are not living the way God wants, but they are destroyed because of lack of knowledge. And this program is brought to you to help us to know the areas where we need such knowledge. If you are joining me, thank you for all of you that are joining me for the first time. This is Dr. Favour, coming all the way from Lagos State, Nigeria. And the program you are watching is Great Life with Dr. Favour. And Great Life exists because it is God's desire that his children live great lives. The Bible recorded that even Moses, when he was 120, his strength was not abated. His eyes were still seeing clearly. Thank you for joining me. Ogatoni Chukwumanosike. I appreciate you. So you may want to go back to the beginning so that I will run through what we have. I want to tell us 12 things. 12. This is 10. 12 tips to know if you are living healthy. Number 1, never allow a day to pass without eating raw food. Never allow a day. Do not allow any day to pass without eating raw food. As a matter of fact, when God gave me the vision of health and wellness in May 2017, in May 2018, precisely on May 1, I woke up bloated. I wasn't feeling well, and I woke up, I was tired. So I began to ask questions. What is wrong with me? I've been doing what God asked me to do. Why am I feeling this way? I went to God in prayer, and the Lord said, can you go today without eating anything cooked? I said, how? He said, anything that you cook in your kitchen. Rice, beans, unripe plantain, anything cooked. I said, what will I eat? He said, just banana, apple, orange, cucumber, avocado pear, mangoes, all these things. He was just calling them one by one, one by one, one by one. So I said, if I eat those things, will I have eaten? You know, many of us think that we eat fruit because we just want to feel big. No. I went immediately and I bought those things. I blended some and I juiced some. And I was able to go that day without eating anything cooked. And he said to me, can you post it on Facebook? So that I want to tell you, God knows about Facebook. Those of the people that think Facebook is devil's box, they have found out that COVID-19 made everybody to realize you can worship God, you can relate to God without going to a physical building. So God knows about us. He said, go online and let your friends know. So I went online, I posted, can anybody do without eating cooked food, and let's see how we will feel. And many people joined me. One woman that joined me from Aba, that woman, she was obese at that point. She had high blood pressure. She had high sugar level. 1 year after, in 2019, she gave a striking testimony that her weight was brought under control, her sugar level normalized, her hypertension cleared. So what I am telling you is what I have tested, because after the cardiologist at Lut told me what to do and what not to do, and she gave me 2 options. She told me, if you do what I want you to do, you will not be taking high blood pressure. You see this drug they gave you, you will throw it to the trash bin. But if you don't, you will take this drug for the rest of your life. Choose anyone you want. And I told her, I don't want to take this drug for the rest of my life. And I tell you the truth, from September 2013 till date, I have not taken a pill of high blood pressure drug. No. It does not mean that my blood pressure do not rise. There are things that will happen to me, my blood pressure will shoot up. If it shoots up, I know what to do. Within this time, I told you last weekend that I had encounter, face-to-face encounter with COVID-19. I did not take a paracetamol, but I took some things. I did not fold my hand. If I had folded my hand, they will come on air and tell you Dr. Favour died, and many people will be surprised. She be that woman that talks about health. So you see, you be intentional. Don't live your life carelessly, please. COVID-19 is real. I have had a close shave with it last week, and I will share my experience because that's the essence of you watching this program, or that you will watch it. So number one thing, the 12 tips I'm giving you: do not allow a day to pass without eating a raw food, any raw food, be it mango. Today I've taken raw food. The first thing I took in the morning was abalomo. That was the not morning per se, but the first thing I took after water was abalomo, odala. They call it African shed. I took it. After taking it, I stayed for some time. I ate moi moi. Before I sleep, I must take something raw again. Make sure you don't sleep. Any day don't pass you by without you taking, without you taking a raw food. Number 2, drink at least 8 glasses of mineral water. When I say mineral water, I don't say mineral. Let me remove that mineral. Please take at least 8 glasses of water. You see, this is water. Any day you see me anywhere, just monitor me if you are close to me and you don't see me with water, know that there is something wrong. You don't need to be thirsty to drink water. I'm not thirsty now, but because I am expending energy as I'm talking, water is leaving. Because if I bring a glass now and do, you see it's moist. So you see I'm losing water. Where I'm seated now, fan is on, AC is on. That's why I'm not sweating. But I am losing water. So number 2, make sure you drink at least 8 glasses of water every day. Number 3, ensure you get 30 minutes of exercises at least 3 times a week. Many of you usually see me post where I go to do exercise. At times when the sun is coming up around 7:30, most of my colleagues will be running away, going to shed. I will tell them, you need the sun. You need the sun. One of the things that will boost your immune system against COVID-19 is the sun. The sunlight. Make sure you expose yourself to the sun, to sunlight at least 30 minutes a day. You can choose to walk. Where I go to exercise, I usually walk, or I may do dumbbell, or I play badminton. So make sure 3 times a week. These are natural things that will boost your immune system, so that when you have any issue with like COVID or malaria or any of, for years I have not taken malaria drugs. In short, since the time I met that cardiologist, I have not taken malaria drug. It doesn't mean that malaria doesn't come to me, but because my immune system is always high, it will just ward it off. Number 4, get at least 6 to 8 hours of sleep daily. If you don't want to be sick, if you don't want to age rapidly, if you don't want to be wrinkled, I am 54 years and there is no wrinkle. You know why? I make sure that I sleep. That's why I regulate my time. One of the things you have to ward off in 2021 are time wasters. When people call you on the phone and you know from the first time they speak, they don't have anything useful, discharge them. Because many of us spend too much time on telephone. I spend time on telephone, but I'm doing business with it. This is my ministry. When I finish, I go and do my business. Immediately, it was 7:55. I left our Zoom. We do Zoom call every day by 7. So anytime I will join it. I've joined the 4 p.m. The sun was too much for me when I came back. Because we were coming from a climate that is colder. So you see, get at least 6 to 8 hours of sleep daily. Many of us will be watching nonsense, Telemundo, Z World. You will not sleep. I am a culprit. I don't usually sleep on time, but not that I'm watching those things. I may be doing research. I may be reading because I love to read. I love reading, or I may be attending to my business partners. Somebody had even talked to me. I'm supposed to attend to him. He's in Benue because my business is done online. So I say, Pastor, I told him, just hold on. After my program, I will attend to you. That once it's 8 p.m. Nigerian time, I must be on air. So anytime I want to sleep, if I don't sleep early, I must make sure that I replace those hours during the day. At times, I will put my phone on silent. I'll mute it. I'll sleep. After sleeping, I will check all the people that called me. I will start calling them one after the other. Because that 2013 that I had that issue with my high blood pressure, it was in a Christian gathering. I was having headache. I told our leader then, let me go and sleep, even if it's for 5-10 minutes. That I was having a banging headache. He said, I can't sleep. He said, no. People are coming from across the nations and you are saying going to sleep. And because of that singular act, I would have been dead. So please learn how to say no, and say no without feeling any guilt. If I had said no, they will say Afoma is being disobedient, but I will have my life. Thank God that God used that woman to rescue me, because God has already seen that this is the ministry that he will give me. So he needed me to go through that route, so that when I'm talking to people, I'm talking to people from the standpoint of knowledge. I have had hypertension, 150, 155 over 95 over 100. But today, as I speak to you, anytime I check my BP, it will be 110/70 or 120/80. And I'm 54 years. You will see young girls of 20-something, 30-something getting higher readings because they don't know what to do. A woman posted something in a group I belong to that her BP is rising. She went to read her husband's phone and found out that the husband was giving a woman money, and now she wants to confront the husband. I say, excuse me, what you don't have any business. Mind your business. You don't have any business with your husband's phone. If you die now, that man will go and marry that woman, go, and turn your children into house helps. One said that what I said is not good. Why will I tell her? I said, I'm not here to join issues with you. She was requesting for advice, and I gave her my own. Give her your own, and let's work her. There are things you should learn, you should know, and when you know it, the Bible says, you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free, not set you free. Go and read the Bible. Make. The truth you know will make you free. So make sure you sleep. The fourth one, get at least 6 to 8 hours of sleep every day. Number 5, ensure you move your bowel at least once a day. Ensure you go to toilet once a day. Anytime you are constipated, you know that you are not feeling good, because death starts from the colon. What also helped me that last weekend, I did a detox I did a detox by myself for about 7 days. When I did that, I knew that all my system is like getting something like a wire like this, getting something, and something is there, and you scrape it. So I knew that my system was okay. Thank you, my sister Emilia, for joining. So I knew I was okay before this thing came. Just imagine what would have happened if I had not done anything and this thing met me. It would have been disastrous. That's why you see people that they are not sick. Suddenly you hear that they are sick and they died. COVID-19 is real. I've had an encounter with it last weekend. I am telling you the gospel truth. I didn't know it was it until when the symptoms were coming often and on, and somebody that tested positive gave me her own symptoms. It was the same. The headache was as if I should cut my neck and put my head in the freezer. The headache, it was too much. For years, I've not had that kind of headache. At a point, I was saying, did my BP rise? But I said, what did I do now to make the BP rise? I didn't know it was COVID-19 symptoms. COVID-19 is real. Anytime you are going anywhere, please use your mask. And when you come, wash your hands. If you don't have any reason to go out, stay in your houses, please. Ensure you move your bowel, because death starts from the colon. I've always told us, anytime you measure your waist and it's getting larger, your life is getting shorter. Anytime you measure your waist and it's getting shorter, your life is getting longer. Death starts from the colon. That's why when somebody wants to die or there is no more thing to do, the stomach begins to swell up. Because at that point, all the organs are failing. The liver will begin to collapse. The kidneys will begin to collapse. The digestive system, there will be some assaulting. Please ensure you move your bowel. I will tell you what to do every morning so that you move your bowel. What you need to do to move your bowel: if you wake up in the morning, get a glass of water. It may be room temperature, but not cold water. It may be room temperature. This is cold room temperature, or warm water, or slightly hot. You get a glass of water, cut half a lemon. You know there is lemon, there is lime, the bigger one that has a rougher skin. Cut it into two. Just, if you can, chop it into pieces, put it in a flask and carry it and be drinking all through the day. But in the morning, when you wake up, if you do this thing I'm telling you, you'll find out that you will stop having constipation. Get a glass of water, get lemon, cut it into half depending on the size. If it's too big, you cut it into 4. If it's the normal one, you can cut it into 2. And then squeeze half. Don't use the whole. Excuse me. Squeeze half of the juice into the water. Then if you have what we call cayenne pepper, that cayenne pepper, Hausas call it bawa, Yorubas call it atawewe also. It's a kind of pepper. Igbos is that long pepper that's always reddish when it ripe. It's reddish and long, not the small ones. You just get a pinch of that. We call it cayenne pepper. You can Google it. Benefits of cayenne pepper. Kayenne. Cayenne pepper. Some call it pepper. So, but you know, it's something that's hot in the mouth. Then put it, mix it in that water. Then get natural honey. Get natural honey, a teaspoon of natural honey, and put inside that water and stir it. You know what I've called now is a glass of water. I've not been sleeping well for some time now. You can try this, Telma. I know why you will not be sleeping well, but God will help you. Shombo, yes, shombo. The Yorubas call it shombo. Yeah, shombo. So you see, you get a glass of water, Put half lemon juice into it. Put a pinch, just a pinch of cayenne pepper into it, and then a teaspoon of honey into it, and stir. If you stir it upon waking up in the morning, don't take anything. Take this thing I have called and take it on an empty stomach. After taking it, in short, if your stomach is too hard, in the next 15 minutes, your bowel will move. You go to toilet. So make sure that you go to toilet every day, please, because anytime you are going to toilet, as at when you are living well. But anytime you don't go to toilet as often as you need to, you will not be living well. For somebody that says she has not been sleeping well, this is what don't take lemon, please. If you are not sleeping well, but the dry one, it has to be dry, so that you know just a pinch, or you can use the tip of a spoon, just little like that. Put it. It is magical. It is that is the information is power. It's magical, because you need what it means. You are eating all those things. Where are all those ones that you ate? Did your body absorb everything? No, there must be waste. That's why God created where to excrete those things. You excrete through your anus, you excrete through your vagina. That's why there are some kinds of food you eat. You'll find out that as a woman, you begin to have vagina odor. There are some kinds of food, and let me tell you that kind of food. If you eat heavily proteinous food that is animal based, you'll be wondering to yourself, why am I having this smell? It's because of what you eat, and your body is finding it difficult. The most hardworking organ in the body is the digestive system, because they are the ones that distribute everything to all the parts of the body. I'm telling you the truth. So you make sure that side, that area is always clean. If you are not sleeping well, what you could use, don't use lemon. Don't use cayenne pepper. No. What you could use coconut oil and coconut water. Coconut water. When you open coconut, take out the water inside it. Okay, I think you can use lemon. You can use lemon, or you can use lime, but just some drops, up to maybe 8 or 10. Then the main thing you will use is coconut water and turmeric. Coconut water, turmeric, and honey. Honey, ordinarily, if you lick honey before bedtime, it will make you to sleep. Honey, if you get the original one. You know me, I sell original honey. So if you want original honey, you can inbox me later. I will send it to anywhere in Nigeria. Or if you can get it in your location and you know it's original, please go ahead. So you turn it, put a little, half teaspoon of turmeric, half, not the spoon people used to eat. Those spoons we used to feed babies. Half teaspoon of turmeric, half teaspoon of cinnamon, then the coconut water, maybe half a cup. Then you get honey, and put lemon drops, up to maybe 8 to 10 drops. And that, in this case, for you to sleep, you don't use the teaspoon to measure the honey. What you use to measure the honey is the eating spoon, tablespoon. You measure 2 of tablespoon. If the coconut water is small, when you have put all these things, you can put ordinary water to make it come to a cup. And you know what? The time you are ready to sleep, maybe 15 minutes to the time you want to sleep, just be stirring it and be sipping it. Be stirring it and be sipping it. By the time you finish sipping it, you will sleep. You will sleep. Is it good for pregnant women? Well, you know, pregnancy is dicey. I don't usually anything I do, I always tell the pregnant person to confirm with her doctor. Although all these things, they can't abort pregnancy, but then to be on a safe side, let the person ask the doctor. But if the doctor doesn't know, what will you do? So that is how you move your bowel. Shake all together well. Drink on an empty stomach. Remember, I said on an empty, when you finish sleeping, your body had fasted. That's why we call it break fast. Your body had fasted. Take it on an empty stomach. It will move your bowel. You will be surprised. These things I call lemon, pinch of cayenne pepper, shampoo. Hausas call it bawa. Then natural honey. They are very good. They are very good. So Thelma, do the other one I've said and see how it goes. Then number 6, eliminate toxic emotions. What are the toxic emotions? Like anger, bitterness, envy, backbiting. You see, I tell people offenses will always come. But the difference between the person that will bring the offense and the person the offense is meeting is the response. The day we talk about mindset, you will see that a lot of people don't know when they react negatively to things they shouldn't react to. So eliminate all these things. Eliminate anger, eliminate bitterness, eliminate unforgiveness. People that know me very well, I keep relationships very, very well, and I respect relationships. Today is how can I get cinnamon or turmeric? You can get it in any health shop, and I also sell those things. You see, because of this ministry God gave me, I began to. He told me those things that you want people to begin to take in place of the other. Begin to source for them. And last Saturday, one of my mentors, the main mentor in health and wellness, Reverend Tony Akinyemi of Shepherd Flock Church, we did a webinar for the first time for all the ambassadors of his school. He has a Rafa Healthy Living School. Do you know that the organizers picked me as somebody that has practiced what she learned there, and she's beginning to not only to use it to make money, but she's using it to help people. Because you can't eat your money, you can't chew money, but I can give you turmeric, you give me money in exchange. I can give you cinnamon, you give me all these things. I didn't know. It was the cardiologist that told me. And if you have high blood a high sugar level, your sugar is always high. If you begin to take turmeric and cinnamon and honey, you will see a great reduction, because turmeric has what we call anti-inflammatory properties. Before anything could begin to go out of normal, it will begin to go out of shape. It will begin to swell, it will begin to inflame. Turmeric will make your body, it will make your arteries like where they used soap and sponge to clean a plate. It will be those nyama, those things that usually clog the arteries. By God's grace, very soon I will start showing us certain things, especially when I want to talk about the heart. I will show it to us. You will see how what we eat affects the heart, and what makes the blood what makes the heart to pump the blood, and it begins. Doctor, I'm having waist pain for years now. It comes off and it goes. You know what you do when you have waist pain? This thing I'm talking about now, this turmeric, it will help you. This cinnamon, it will help you. Honey will help you. One of the things you will do, stop using the mattress you are using. Begin now, this night that you've told me, lie on the floor, not on the bare floor. Leave your bed. Lie, put maybe a duvet or a mattress, or or a bedspread on the floor. Make sure you lie on a hard surface, and then when you lie down, lie with your face facing up to the ceiling. and then stretch your back. If you do it the first day, it will be painful. If the first time, it will be painful. The second time, it will be painful. By the time you do it the third time, you will hear some adjustment. You will not hear the sound, but you feel it. If you do this thing for 1 week, and you are taking this and you are doing exercise, sis, if you fail to do exercise will make the alignment to be in place, because the body, God has designed the body for movement, and anytime there is no movement, okay, if you have a house and you are not opening the door of the house regularly, at times when you open it, you hear until you go and put grease or oil, then it could be opening without making noise. That's the way our whole system is wired. Begin to walk. I don't say go to gym and begin to do machine up and down. No. Do you that melody that said you are having waist pain? Do this thing now. This night, don't sleep on the bed. Sleep on the floor. And when you sleep with your back on that floor, and then stretch your legs, stretch it. When you do that, tomorrow morning, what you will do, lie on that the same level again. Make sure your head, anytime you're having waist pain, check whether you are sleeping with pillow. When you are sleeping with the pillow, your spine is not well aligned. Your spine is not well aligned. It may cause you waist pain. So what you do tomorrow morning, get up, sit down on the floor, stretch your legs out, then move your back. Just hold your under your breast, hold it like this. You sit down, then gently lie down. Don't do it baga. Just gently lie down. When you have laid down, stay there for about 10 seconds and then quietly get up again. If you do this thing, I tell you, in the next 7 days, you will stop having that pain. Honestly. I'm telling you the truth. And you do just simple things. Drink a lot of water. Remove sugar from your diet. Remove sugar from your diet. If you can, join us to do Uncle Food Challenge. The one we will do from next Monday. Not tomorrow, next Monday. You just eat fruit and vegetable. You see how you fare. A woman had pains all over her body. She had booked a physician to go and see a physician until she said, let me even try this thing Dr. Favour is talking about. She did it. The second day, she came out of the bed. The doctor was asking her, Mommy, where are you? Where are you? Where are you? He said, I was in the toilet. This is a woman that can't get up from there. A young woman. She said that one thing, I'm telling you, one thing you will gain from Uncle Food Challenge is that pains will leave your body. Because you know why you're having a lot of pains? Your body is filled with toxin. Your body is filled with toxin. And as long as you don't push them out, they will be disturbing you. Damn, I'm on the floor already. Just do it. Don't do it as people do it. Then when you have done that, another one, lie like that, stretch your legs, and just quietly, slowly raise your legs. Raise your legs. Be raising your legs. Be raising your legs until they come to stay like this. When they have stood like this, you count maybe 1 to 20, and you begin to bring it down again, little by little. It will be paining you. I'm not telling you that it will be sweet. It will be paining you, but endure it. By the time you do it once or two times, every disc in your body will align very well. Number 7. Hey, time has passed again. God in heaven. It's those of you that are asking me questions, but it's good. We are talking. This is Dr. Favour coming all the way from Lagos State, Nigeria. This is Great Life with Dr. Favour. And Great Life is a program of Healthy Race Ministry International. And today we are talking about 12 tips to make sure that you are living healthy. We are on tip number 7. You can go back and watch this film. I even have a YouTube channel, Favour Nwolisa. I will post it on my Facebook page maybe after this program, because my daughter has been graceful enough. He said, "Mommy, you need to be on YouTube." So my 2 videos, the one of shot from this year on the 3rd is on YouTube. The last week she has uploaded it, and then today when I finish she will still upload this. So the 7th tip is spend time in God's presence. Make sure you may not even be reading, you may not be reading the Bible, but make sure that you are in his presence and know that you are in his presence. Just bring your body together and let that presence saturate you. It will do you a lot of good. Great teaching tonight. Thank you, Lizzie. Then number 8, get sensible sunlight daily for 30 minutes. I've said it. Make sure you get sunlight. Sunlight will help you to align your back melody. It will help you to boost your immune system against COVID and the rest. It will help you to fight even high blood pressure and high sugar level. Get sensible sunlight. I don't mean 2 p.m. sunlight, please. Then lighter people can get vitamin D for 30 minutes. Darker people, you can get vitamin D through the sun for 1 hour. 8 to 11 p.m. sunshine is very good. 8 to those who operate under the sun are never depressed. If you are always allowing the sun to beat your skin, for your body to absorb your sunlight, you hardly get irritated. I've tried it. They hardly get depressed because of the things the sun does in the body. Number 9, give and receive love. So many people don't know how to love people. Loving people is not only sleeping. Sex is not love. I tell young girls, you know, I'm a counselor. I have a PhD in guidance and counseling from Unilag 10 years ago. I counsel young people. Sex is not love. Somebody may have sex with you without loving you. That's why a man can go into a prostitute, a commercial sex worker, just release what he wants to release and go away and pay her. He doesn't love her. So give and receive love. That's why anybody that plays down on you, anybody that humiliates you, anywhere you go to and you are tolerated, don't go there, because you don't know it is getting to your psyche. Then let me quickly give out love by acts of kindness and receive love from others too. Psalm 63 3-4. Then stop being a lone ranger. Is not good. By lone ranger, I don't mean that everybody will be flooding your house. No, but make sure there are people that you can laugh with. Make sure there are people that you can just pick up the phone, call them, and you have fun. Number 10, practice gratitude. Be grateful to God. This is an attitude of mind we must all develop. Psalm 104:5. Attitude, practice gratitude. Even if it's something that somebody has given you, no matter how little, appreciate that person. That person denied him or herself something for her to give you that. Some people are not appreciative at all. You will give them something they feel is their right. The ownership mentality. You are supposed to. When I stop this, I will say my husband did not give me this. My husband, at a point, I asked, did I even give him any money to keep for me? Once he's doing what he's supposed to do in the house, you take care of the children, you pay school fees, you pay house rent. Even if he gives me 5,000, when I'm hoping to get 100,000, I will manage it. I have 2 hands like him. I can walk my way. God will bless everybody. The Bible did not say only men will be blessed. Anybody that works hard, God says, I will bless the works of your hands. So please, if your husband is doing anything or your wife is doing the main thing, appreciate her. I have counseled a lot of women that are getting into depression. They will tell me, doctor, I'm the one feeding the house. I cater for the house. I go out of my way, I do this, I even buy a car for my husband, still he's not appreciative. Every time he will be turning his nose up and down. I will tell them, when you have done what you're supposed to do, relax. You don't die for another person. Relax. Then number 11, be truthful and honest with yourself. Always be able to say things truthfully. Many people cannot say a word without lying. You know why what I tell people? Lying cannot add anything to me. Why should I lie? I will tell you the truth. But you say you don't like it. That's your problem. I'm telling you, say the truth. Then number 12, serve God too. Always be able to say things truthfully without faking it. Be real to yourself and to others. You see me, anytime I come on the set, I will tell you what has happened to me, how I'm able to overcome what happened to me, and then tell you what not to do in order not to get to where I got to. Now, the 12th one is serve God to maximum capacity. Serving God is not going to church every time, in the morning, afternoon, night. I'm serving God with what I'm doing. You are not paying me a dime. I use my time, I use my data. It's just that God touched one woman, and every month now she gives me data, and another one gives me airtime. Excuse me. But then some people will call me, they will send me money. They say, for the work you are doing. I myself, I still bless people. So you see, I want to give more than I want to receive. To tell you the truth, last 2020, what I gave people was much more than what I gave from 2015 to 2019, and I was so happy and I was so grateful to God. So you see, anytime you come to this program or you watch this program, watch it with an open mind, so that you will learn something. I'm not here to shine my face. You know, I have a beautiful face, but that's not why I'm here. I'm here because this is a mandate. This is a ministry, and this is Dr. Favour coming all the way from Lagos State, Nigeria, and this program is Great Life with Dr. Favour, and I live great life, and I want to assure you, you can live a great life. You can go through my Facebook page, Afoma Mwolisa. Don't put doctor there, please. Afoma Mwolisa. My website will very soon it will be up again, because the guy I wanted to manage it declined. He had a lot of things he was doing, so it was as if it was laid dormant. But the moment it comes up, I will let you know. You can go to YouTube, Favour Mwolisa channel. I will post it on Facebook, and maybe the next time I will get somebody to post it as we are here. But I will post it. If you go to this video, you will see it later. So thank you so very much, thank you. It's my pleasure that you join me. I appreciate you. Please make sure that you protect yourself. COVID-19 is real. I had an encounter with COVID-19 last weekend, and God helped me. So what did I do? I did steam inhaling. I was inhaling hot steam, drinking it, making sure that I was chewing bitter cola. You see, in your house, there are things you don't allow to miss in your house: lemon, bitter cola, ginger, garlic, and honey. If you don't have anything in your house, throw away noodle, throw away hot dog, throw away all those nonsense, sardine, all those things that they put in tea. Throw away baked beans. If you want to eat beans, go to market and get beans and eat. Throw them away. These things I called: number 1, lemon; number 2, ginger, garlic, honey, onions. Onions can help you in this COVID. I didn't take it. Then bitter cola. You see, bitter cola, orobo, bitter cola, ugolo, orobo, Yorubas call it orobo. I sell all these things. I tell you the truth. Please make sure that these natural things are in your house, because you will not know the day the thing will just bam. You help yourself. Can I use lemon that is frozen? Yes, you can use it. You just use grater. and grate part of it. It's even very more potent when you grate the back. You grate the back, the green parts, the white parts, and the inner parts. Is very good. So thank you so very much for joining me. I wish you a happy new year, and my desire is that in this year 2021, none of us will be found wanting. Nobody will die. We will not bury our children or our grandchildren or our parents, because God will preserve our lives in the name of Jesus. Thank you, Choma. God bless you so very much. My name remains Dr. Afoma Wolisa. Have a blessed night rest. Thank you. Bye-bye.